While one brother falls into darkness, the other becomes the hero that an entire world needs. And we saw this throughout the Transformers 1 movie, but we have a scene in the movie that best captures all of that, and in today's video we'll talk about that scene, the best scene in all of Transformers 1, which begins when D-16 is willing to kill Sentinel Prime for everything he did to him and Orion Pax, in addition to all the evil he did to Cybertron, and this is when Orion tries stop D-16 from doing it. But when Orion tells D-16 that he is becoming like Sentinel Prime, something inside D-16 broke, so here he pushes Orion aside, and when he is about to kill Sentinel Prime, Orion Pax gets caught in the shot and ends up very injured. When he is about to fall into the void, D-16 holds him, and when we think he is going to save him, this is when D-16 falls into darkness as he releases Orion Pax to the void and loses all his humanity, even though he is a robot in this scene. And as we had already seen throughout the movie, the only thing preventing D-16 from falling into darkness was Orion, as seen in the scene where D-16 almost killed Starscream. That's why here when D-16 tells Orion he is tired of saving him and lets him go, this is where D stops being a hero and goes to the dark side. And even though this scene would already be one of the best scenes in the entire Transformers franchise, what comes next is what solidifies it as the best scene in all of Transformers. And that's because Orion doesn't die. He ends up at the heart of Cybertron, and Primus gives him the matrix of leadership. But while all this is happening, D-16 ends up killing Sentinel Prime, and this already makes it turn into a villain. D-16, since when he kills him is when he finally becomes Megatron. He stops being D-16, and this parallel, while Orion becomes Optimus Prime, a hero, and D-16 becomes Megatron, a villain, is ultra epic, and their battle at the end is just the cherry on top of this astonishing scene. What I like most about this scene, aside from the emotional and epic it is, you can side with Orion and D, because due to everything Sentinel Prime did, you understand why D-16 has to kill him, but also you understand Orion that this new Cybertron cannot begin with an execution as he says, and I love that. Besides, the second thing I like the most is the parallelism, that while Orion falls, he actually rises because he becomes a hero, and while D-16 did not fall into the void, he did fall into darkness. It all happens in such a way so emotional and so epic that without a doubt this scene made all of Transformers 1 rise to a tremendous quality thanks to that scene. Well guys, I brought you this analysis of the best scene from Transformers 1 so many months after its release, because it just premiered on Netflix, and hopefully it will do much better than it did at the box office, because it was a box office failure. But it's such a good movie, Transformers 1, and I love this scene so much that I wanted to analyze it. Without a doubt, this scene is one of the best animation scenes in recent years and the best scene in the entire history of the Transformers franchise, even better than the final speech scene of Optimus in the first one. Este maxim va cual sai